A very pleasant good evening to everybody here from Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem, Utah, where at one point in the day it didn't look like Maple Mountain was going to find their way into this late game tonight, but the bats got going and the pitching came and shut down the bats of the Mountain Crest Mustangs, and Maple Mountain able to win in dramatic fashion. And they'll return to their starting pitcher, Dallin Peterson, who only went for about 2/3 of an inning before he was pulled out of the start earlier, and Kyle, he's going to look to have a little bit better outing tonight.
Yeah, I think he's had a little time to regroup. He's had a game, and again, Maple Mountain was able to come back over Mount Crest, and that's given him some time, I think, to really think and ponder, and hopefully been able to gain his confidence back. And so they're going to try him again as they bring him back to start this game against Timpanogos, who just come off a great win over Woods Cross.
Maple Mountain trying to get into that 7 o'clock game tomorrow night and be one of the final 3 teams remaining in line for the state championship. Elimination game once again. Dallin Peterson on the mound. It's Tanner Evans, the shortstop, in the box for Timpanogos, and the wind and the delivery on its way. Swung on and lined out to left field. That's going to fall in front of Cannon Minor, and Evans is on with a leadoff single for the T-Wolves. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup first for the visiting Timpanogos Timberwolves. Kyle? So Tanner Evans, the shortstop, will stand in and lead it off. Braden Millett, the designated hitter, stands in now. Peterson set, ready to go, and the first pitch is low for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Casey Hamilton, the center fielder, will hit third. Connor Halford, the pitcher, will bat fourth and hit cleanup. Oakley Craighead, the first baseman, will hit in the 5 spot. DJ Martinez in left hit 6th. Tyler Cornish at third base hits 7th as the pickoff move comes, and diving back safely there is Tanner Evans. Blake Lasike, the right fielder, hits 8th, and Jake Brooksby will bat 9th and be behind the plate today. Kason Cloward will play at second base and will not hit in the lineup, or at least to start, for Timpanogos. So Dallin Peterson goes over, throws over a couple times to first, and Tanner Evans got back safely. Peterson here from the stretch, and the pitch on its way is going to be swung on and hit to shortstop by Millett. He'll go to Hamilton for one. The relay to first not in time, as flying down the baseline was Braden Millett, and he will reach safely. But Maple Mountain does get the first out of the inning on a ground ball up the middle. So with 1 away, that's going to bring up Casey Hamilton.
Center fielder, number 9, Casey Hamilton.
So with 1 away, Hamilton will stand in. Defensively for Maple Mountain, Cannon Minor in left, Jaron Hall in center, Andrew Wixom in right. Sam Moore at third, Cade Polson at short, Colton Hamilton at second base, Mitch Holmes at first, Jake Maffey behind home plate, and Maple Mountain once again occupying the third base dugout here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Timpanogos in the first base dugout. Peterson kicks, comes home, and the first pitch in there on the inside corner for a called strike, and snowballs and a strike on Hamilton.
I have to tell you, I like what I see out of Peterson already. He looks like he's got a lot more confidence. He's ready to pitch this game. Things are looking a lot better for him, even just a couple batters into this ball game already, Ryan.
Peterson comes home, and that one bounces in the dirt. Good block by Maffey, and the count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And one thing that probably did help was he had that start earlier today that didn't go well, so he didn't have really a lot of time to think about it. He got right back onto the mound, and honestly, it was kind of one of those thoughts I know that I had after the game was, well, who's going to throw tonight? And Dallin Peterson was one that did come to my mind.
Yeah, I really thought, that if they play tonight, which they are, that they would give him another opportunity to try and give him some good innings.
That one swung on, foul, just kind of bounced right off the Maple Mountain dugout into the middle of the row. 2 games tomorrow. The first one here on the Spanish Fork Community Network, the Spanish Fork Dons and the Salem Hills Skyhawks. That will be a, I want to say 4:30 first pitch, and it will be a 4:30.
About 4:30, yep.
There will be 2 5A games played here in the morning, so depending on the schedules for those, everything could get kind of pushed around. That one swung on and hit the other way by Hamilton. Wixom's going to give it a look, but it's going to go foul. And I'll have another 1-2 pitch coming.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great action of baseball again tomorrow. Again, like I say, we'll start with 5A and finish up with 4:30, 5 o'clock with Salem and Spanish Fork. So it should be a fun afternoon. Hopefully this stadium is packed.
The 1-2 pitch, that one misses high for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. If Maple Mountain wins tonight, the only teams left for 4A in that state championship contention will reside in Spanish Fork and in Salem, between Maple Mountain, Spanish Fork, and the Salem Hills Skyhawks, who beat Timpanogos earlier. This is the third game of the day that Timpanogos is playing. They were playing last night. They got an inning into their ball game, and then they called it due to rain. Played it at 11 a.m. this morning. Timpanogos then had the afternoon off and then played just a little bit ago, beating Woods Cross as the pickoff move came, and Mitch Holmes thought they had him, but Millett got just in underneath the tag.
And that's something that we'll watch throughout this game, is to see what kind of momentum and what kind of gas Timpanogos has. Like I say, this is their third game of the day.
Pickoff move. That ball actually went off of Millett, and they were trying to tell Braden Millett to get up and run, but Mitch Holmes did kind of come down on him there. And Millett, we'll check on Millett, make sure he's okay here. But that is going to be something to watch. How much gas does Timpanogos have left in them? Maple Mountain's had a good, 2.5 hour break since they last stepped on the field. We do want to welcome our viewers viewing this game, not just on Spanish Fork 17 in the city of Spanish Fork, but those viewing throughout the state of Utah and throughout wherever you may be on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. Thank you for tuning in. So we're set, ready to go. The 2-2 pitch high, twisting out of the way, and they're going to say it hit Casey Hamilton, and Timpanogos has a couple of men on here with one away. So now Connor Halford, the pitcher, is going to come up. As with a couple of men on, Polson and Hamilton will go into double play depth. But Dallin Peterson, obviously a pitcher, especially after the outing he had, it might be a rough at first, just kind of getting those jitters and everything out. That one misses high. And especially if a couple things doesn't go well here, easy to kind of revert back to that, oh, here we go again mentality of this didn't go well earlier, now I'm back out here. But Peterson will just have to work through that.
Yeah, hopefully he can work through it and throw a ground ball right here. Nice pitch right there. Just misses a hair outside, about even at the belt.
2 balls and no strikes the count. Runners get their lead at first and second. Peterson working from that far side of the pitcher's mound. Kicks and comes home. That pitch left in the middle of the plate popped up. Mitch Holmes going to give it a look, going over into foul territory, and ball's going to get off into the maintenance area there, as you can see, just past the Timpanogos dugout, and some fresh baseballs will be ran out to our home plate umpire tonight. So we play baseball just about 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Scheduled to play 7 here in this elimination game at the state tournament. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Peterson checks the runner at second, comes home. That pitch swung on and fouled straight back. And the count will move to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Halford working the count very well here as he's battled Dallin Peterson here. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Peterson with that ball kind of hanging down by his ankles out of that hand, comes set on the mound, checks the runner. Delivers the 2-2 pitch. That one low, ball 3. And the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Connor Halford.
I think that's the one thing you got to watch for tonight, Ryan, is to see how far and how deep Peterson goes into each count.
That pitch grounded foul past the head coach for Timpanogos, sitting in that third base coaching box there as that one rolled down in the bullpen. And that will be something to watch for, because Maple Mountain, if they do win this one tonight, they're going to have to win 3 games in the next 2 to win the state championship, and you're going to have pitchers for that. You would think Tyson Ellis would probably get the ball in one of those games either tomorrow or on Friday, depending on what everything plays out. That one fouled away. Maple Mountain through Dallin Peterson, Wes Childs, Cade Polson in the first game this afternoon, I should say. And the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the first inning. Peterson set. He's going to turn and throws back to second, and getting back in underneath the tag is Braden Millett. Timpanogos in the all-white uniforms with the, I want to say that's a blue across the chest.
Actually, it's green trim.
Is it green?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it is blue.
There's definitely green in the uniforms.
No, I know they've got green and blue. That's why I thought it was green, but it could be blue.
The 3-2 pitch on its way. That one grounded deep in the hole. Polson's there. He's going to go to second for 1. The relay to first, not in time. So they once again find a way to get 1 out. And with 2 outs here in the first, runners will be on the corners for Timpanogos. They'll bring in the speed up runner, the courtesy runner.
Running for Timpanogos in
Here,
first base, number 16, Dylan Avila.
It's going to be Dylan Favila, number 16, running for Halford.
Number 3, Oakley Craighead.
So now it's going to bring up Oakley Craghead, number 4, coming to the plate. Craghead wears number 3, and now runners on the corners. 2 away, top of the first inning. Dallin Peterson looking to try to get out of it as time will be called, and Craghead will take a step out of the box. It's always interesting. Before every game, they always put the new kind of batter's box lines. It seems like by the end of the first inning, they're gone. That one low as Mafi blocks it.
Seems like within the first couple batters, you know, I've had conversations with other people that are in charge of that today, and I said, why are you even putting a box in? Because you know in about the first 2-3 batters, they're going to get rid of it.
Peterson stepped to third, throws over to first, diving back is Favila. Especially, you know, Craghead's in there just kind of, you know, mixing out the dirt, and all of a sudden I don't even think there's a little bit of the line left on the right side. 1 ball and no strikes to count. The pitch on its way. That ball swung on, hit up the middle. Hamilton's going to get there, though, and the inning is over. So a line out ends the first inning. 1 hit for the Timpanogos Timberwolves, and at the end of a half inning from Brent Brown Ballpark, Timpanogos 0 and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles coming to bat after the break here on Spanish Fork 17.
If you want to get ahead in this world, it all starts with a beautiful smile. Now you can smile with confidence, with straighter and whiter teeth. Say goodbye to that crooked smile and without those ugly braces. Gunderson Dental is the only certified practice in Utah Valley for the new CFAS process. It's nearly invisible, and it takes as few as 6 months, perfect for our adult lifestyles. Visit our website, excellencebychoice.net, and schedule your appointment today. Get the smile you want at Gunderson Dental in Payson.
Auto, home, commercial, and so much more.
We had a devastating fire. I called Tim at 4 a.m. and he came over and American Family Insurance took care of everything.
We suffered water damage in our home. Tim and American Family Insurance took care of everything.
American Family Insurance is rated #1 in new policy purchase experience.
Let my family help your family. Save money on your insurance needs.
American Family Insurance.
We welcome you back here to Utah Valley for this nightcap tonight with Maple Mountain and Timpanogos. Again, we want to thank our key sponsors that make this broadcast possible. We'd like to thank the car guys. You can find them at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork. Stop in and see Randy and Calvin. They'll give you a great deal on a great vehicle. And again, for our instant replay. And again, at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we will choose an MVP player of the game. Stop in for all your sporting goods and shoe needs at MVP Sports 72 North Main in Spanish Fork. Leading it off for the Golden Eagles is the second baseman, number 8, Colton Hamilton.
Hamilton stands in the box and takes the first pitch low for a ball. Halford ready to go again, and Hamilton pops that one up. That's going to go foul and evens the count on 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's go ahead as we go and check out the Maple Mountain starting lineup.
Tonight's starting lineup for the Golden Eagles is Colton Hamilton, followed by Cade Polton, the shortstop, with Jaron Hall, and the top 4 will be Jake Moffey, the catcher.
That one misses low for a ball, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike on Colton Hamilton. Hamilton stands in even ready to go. That one swung on, hit out to right. Lasique is there, and he'll make the play for the first out of the bottom of the first inning.
Rounding out the bottom half lineup for Maple Mountain tonight. In the 5th spot, it'll be the first baseman, number 23, Mitch Holmes, followed by the right fielder, number 27, Andrew Wiscombe. Batting in the 7th spot will be the 3rd baseman, number 22, Sam Moore. In the 8th spot will be the pitcher, Dallin Peterson, and rounding out the top 9 will be the left fielder, number 11, Cannon Miner.
Cade Polson takes the first pitch inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes on Cade. Polson having a very good game, scoring the game-tying run on a ball kind of similar to that one that just squirted away from the catcher, and he put his head down and dove home. Some action already going up in the Maple Mountain pen. That one missing low and away for a ball, and I think that's just Peterson continuing to kind of get warm, continuing to throw down there. It's cooled off at the ballpark tonight from where it was earlier. That pitch high, ball 4. Cade Polson draws himself a 4-pitch walk, and Maple Mountain has their first base runner of the ball game.
Center fielder number 3, Jaron Hall.
So with it cooling off at the ballpark there as Dallin Peterson's throwing, could take a little bit longer to get your arm loose, and I don't think Peterson threw any real pitches in the warm-up. I never saw him down there getting loose anyway.
No, I don't think he did. I know about after the first couple innings of the last game, Coach Miner come and asked if the guys could go down in the tunnel up down underneath, kind of to keep warm and relax a little bit. So I know a lot of them went down there underneath to relax, maybe even use the cage down there just a little bit to keep warm.
Pickoff move, Polson dives back. And that would explain it. I was walking, I went down just off the berm there for a little bit to catch some of the Timpanogos Woods Cross game for an inning or so, and happened to see some of the players heading down there. They were excited. Jake Moffey was running around wrapped up in a blanket as he came down, and that one fouled away, and it's 0-2. They count here on Jaron Hall. There you see the passing traffic on University Parkway as we approach here as the lights beginning to take full effect here at Brent Brown Ballpark tonight. Halford ready to go. The 0-2 is lined. That one into left center field. That's going to roll for a while. Polson going to go easily to third. Hall heading into second. The throw comes in. Polson's going to head for the plate. The relay throw is not in time. It's 1-0 Maple Mountain. The relay throw from DJ Martinez came into Tanner Evans, and Evans made a great throw, but Cade Polson had just enough speed to get in under the tag to give Maple Mountain the 1-0 lead.
The catcher number 5, Jake Moffey.
As we'll see there on the Car Guys instant replay, just a good relay fundamentally by Timpanogos, but Polson just enough speed.
Just able to get past it.
Moffey hits that one pretty deep out into deep center field, getting there and making the play. The relay throw going to come in. Jaron Hall will move down to third.
So Jaron Hall tags up on the fly ball, puts Jaron over at third base now with 2 outs, and coming to the plate will be the first baseman, number 23, Mitch Holmes.
Holmes had kind of a tough game as there he kind of has to turn quickly out of the way as that one came up and tight. Had kind of a tough game for Maple Mountain earlier. For the Golden Eagles, Holmes a walk, did have that RBI, had a walk late in the ball game, but then 3 outs is that one in there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, he's been struggling just a little bit at the plate. Hopefully he can come through, try and work his way out of this right here.
That pitch low and away for a ball, and the count moves to 1-1. Maple Mountain with 1 run in here with Jaron Hall 90 feet away. The pitch comes in and Holmes fouls that one away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Gary Miner there in that third base coach's box. Must have been excited after that win earlier today. The 2-2 pitch coming home. Holmes swings and misses, strike 3, and the inning comes to an end. But a RBI double by Jaron Hall gives Maple Mountain an early 1-0 lead. Maple Mountain playing today for the first time with a lead in the regulation of play. At the end of 1 from Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem, it's Maple Mountain 1, Timpanogos 0 here on the Spanish 4 Community Network, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Here at Drockton & Bullion & Coin, we are here for all of your gold and silver needs. We sell silver rounds, highest quality, highest purity, and you don't have to worry about whether they're certified because they are. We also sell collectible gold coins, gold bullion, Morgan silver dollars, our specialty silver rounds like this baseball. Everything you could think about is available through Drockton Bullion & Coin right here in Spanish Fork.
My name is Karma Karsten, the owner of Maple Creek Home Health and Hospice. I've been a nurse for over 30 years and provided hospice care to patients and their families in Utah County as well as Salt Lake County.
I'm Loretta Williams, and this is my mother. If it wasn't for Karma, I don't know where we'd be.
Anyone that comes my way, I've already told them they should see Karma.
If you or a loved one are facing a terminal illness, give us a call or visit our website.
Top of the second inning starting here at Brent Brown Ballpark. DJ Martinez, Tyler Cornish, and Blake Lasike coming up here for Timpanogos. Dallin Peterson going back to work. And just getting out of that first inning, he has gone longer in this game than he did his start earlier. That one swung on, grounded right to second. Colton Hamilton is there. His throw to first is in time for the first out here of the second inning.
You know what? That's okay if you throw a quick ground ball. You know, you let your defense work for you, and they're able to get a routine ground ball to get that out right there.
There's really 2 types of pitchers. There's the power strikeout guy, and then there's the guy who pitches to contact. And Dallin Peterson's definitely seems like more to pitch to contact, as it will work again there. Hamilton with the ground ball. His throw again is in time. Almost, barely a bang-bang play, but Hamilton able to get the ball there just in time, quickly 2 away. So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Blake Lasike. Lasike starting in right field today is for Timpanogos, who had a very quick turnaround, just enough time to get a quick bite to eat in between the ball games. As Dallin Peterson gets ready to go to work, Lasike stands in. Peterson kicks and comes home, and there's a breaking ball right on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 0-1.
And like you say, Peterson's throwing for contact. He's just able to get those strikes in, and he doesn't have to be overpowering. That's just what he needs to do right now, and he's actually throwing the ball, like you say, a lot better now than he did his first outing earlier in the day. He can just continue up and, again, let the defense work for him. Count goes to 1-1.
Count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here on Lasike. Pitch coming home. Lasike grounds that one up the middle. That's going to be a tough play. Hamilton's going to get there, make a throw that is way offline. Jake Maffey backing up the play there will pick up the baseball, and Lasike's on there with a base hit up the middle. Just hit right up the middle there. That was going to be a tough play for a very good defensive second baseman that you can think of, having to run up the hole and then make that throw across.
Yeah, he was lucky to actually just stop it from getting in the outfield, and you know, would have had possibly an extra base, but was able to stop it and only give him a single right there. Number 9 here coming to the plate.
Jake Brooksby stands in, and the first pitch to Brooksby is blocked in the dirt for a ball here by Jake Maffey, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to count. Maple Mountain and Timpanogos, top of the 2nd inning. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Dallin Peterson working here from the stretch, takes a look over at first, the snap throw, and diving back safely is Jake Brooksby. So we'll have a full day of baseball if Maple Mountain wins. Spanish Fork and Maple Mountain both playing tomorrow. That one swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Timpanogos, both teams in white tonight. Kind of a different look than what you're used to seeing, but in these tournament settings, a lot of times that one gets off the glove of Mitch Holmes. Going down to second is Lasique, and he'll be there standing. And with 2 outs, Timpanogos has the tying run on in scoring position. It was errors really that not often Maple Mountain committed 4 errors in that first game today. Not very often are you going to commit 4 errors and still win the baseball game.
Yeah, again, their bats were able to come through for them, which helped their cause a lot, and that's the reason why they're playing in this game tonight.
That pitch missing for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike here on Brooksby. Ready to go, kicks and comes home. Brooksby swings, grounds that one right to first. Holmes makes a diving stop. Going to underhand toss to Peterson covering the bag, and the out is recorded to end the inning. So Timpanogos gets the 1 hit on the single by Lasique, but he is stranded on at second at the end of 1.5 here from Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Maple Mountain 1 and Timpanogos 0 as Mitch Holmes flashes the glove there at the end of the inning to prevent a base runner from reaching base here on the 2015 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah, a 4th-generation member of the Painter Motor family. Here at Painter Motor, we offer a wide range of GM makes and models. We pride ourselves in customer quality and competitive pricing. Come on down to our showroom at 1100 North Main Street in Nephi, Utah, or visit our website at www.paintermotor.com. No pressure, no hassle. We'll help you find your dream car.
Auto, home, commercial, and so much more.
Tim of American Family Insurance has been good to us,
protecting our business and making sure our claim went through rapidly.
My business is about helping people. I've discovered that my insurance agent, Tim Shanto, is all about doing the same thing, and I like that.
American Family Insurance is rated #1 in new policy purchase experience.
Let my family help your family. Save money on your insurance needs.
American Family Insurance.
Bottom of the 2nd inning starting here at Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Halford's first pitch to Andrew Wixom, misses away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Maple Mountain coming up with Andrew Wixom, Sam Moore, and Dallin Peterson, 6, 7, and 8. For Maple Mountain as the 1-0 pitch is away for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Quickly ready to go, the 2-0 pitch. Wixom swings through it as he kind of foul tips it there, and it's no balls and a strike. Ready to go again. Connor Halford comes home. That pitch swung on and missed, and it makes the count now 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Andrew Wixom. Wixom just swinging right through that last one. Halford ready to go again. The 2-2 pitch bounces in, ball 3, and the count runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ready to go. Wixom swings, hits that one well to center field. Going back is Casey Hamilton. He'll reach up and make the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So not a bad at-bat there by Wixom, just a straightaway fly ball.
Yeah, he just kind of leaned under that, didn't get all of it right there, as he just has a routine fly ball to center field.
So here's Sam Moore. Moore will stand in here from the right side of the plate. Moore hit a home run in the first game out there onto the left field berm there. Not really in left center, but not really, just kind of straight away left field. Ready to go. The first pitch on its way. Fastball high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes the count here on Sam Moore. Dallin Peterson in the on-deck circle here for Maple Mountain as the 1-0 pitch gets in there for a called strike, and it's 1-1. The wind begins to whip up here at Brent Brown Ballpark. A good standing crowd here so far. The Woods Cross Wildcats. That one bounces in. The Woods Cross Wildcats watching this one from the other side of the field. They just had their season end in a 4-2 loss to Timpanogos. Woods Cross loading the bases in the 6th inning, but Timpanogos coming out with a big strikeout as that one misses high, ball 3, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Tyler Cornish playing third base tonight for Timpanogos in this one. Threw in that ball game against Woods Cross earlier. 3-1 fastball, that one's in there for a called strike, and now the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Sam Moore. Outfield straight away here for Timpanogos. The 3-2 pitch coming home. That one swung on by Moore, hit out to right. Lasike comes charging in. He'll make the play for the second out of the inning. So with 2 outs, Dallin Peterson will step in. Peterson's been pitching. I want to say he didn't get up in the first ball game. He was removed before Maple Mountain got into the 8th spot. And the first pitch is high for a fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. Ready to go again. The 1-0 pitch kicks and comes home. Peterson swings, hits that one out to right. Lasike getting plenty of action so far. He'll run this one down in the corner as well. And the second inning comes to an end. Maple Mountain goes 1, 2, 3 in the second. At the end of 2 from Brent Brown Ballpark in Ora, Maple Mountain 1, Timpanogos 0. You're watching the 2015 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament here on Spanish 417, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Here at Drockton & Bullion & Coin, we are here for all of your gold and silver needs. We sell silver rounds, highest quality, highest purity, and you don't have to worry about whether they're certified because they are. We also sell collectible gold coins, gold bullion, Morgan silver dollars, our specialty silver rounds like this baseball. Everything you could think about is available through Drockton Bullion & Coin right here in Spanish Fork.
My name is Karma Karsten, the owner of Maple Creek Home Health and Hospice. Maple Creek provides care for those facing a life-limiting illness in the comfort of their own home.
Karma is a jewel. She was there on the floor with me when I went out, and she's got some very fine nurses, and I love them, all of them.
Maple Creek offers free consultation to anyone who may be facing a life-limiting illness.
Time is coming soon.
As the top of the Timpanogos lineup comes up here in the 3rd, as Tanner Evans, the shortstop, stands in. First pitch on its way, and that one's in there for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Tanner Evans, who started this ball game off with a base hit for the Timberwolves. And no balls and 1 strike to count. Peterson working here on the mound. Kicks and delivers home the pitch. Breaking ball away for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. We do want to take a quick moment here to thank our sponsors, MVP Sports, who will sponsor the MVP of the game, which will be named the conclusion of this broadcast, as that one's bounced through a diving stop by Cade Polson, but that's through for a base hit for Tanner Evans.
Or not Moffy, but Polson a little slow to get up right there. I hope he's just diving and a little bit okay.
he was kind of diving in a kind of an awkward spot where there's that lip of the infield there. So if you, and he's down kind of on his knees right now, just kind of down in a crouch, and now he'll pop back up here. Nobody out, top of the 3rd inning. Also want to thank the Car Guys for sponsoring all of our instant replays throughout this broadcast and through our many other broadcasts here during the high school baseball season. We'll have a few more days of Car Guys instant replays. First pitch on its way, bounces in to Braden Millett, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. The runner goes, it takes a late steal, and he's thrown out. Jake Maffey able to fire the baseball down there. Colton Hamilton applies the tag, and there's 1 away.
Nice job there by Maffey, as he just kind of looked down there, and he just kind of seen someone going. I don't think it was really planned. I think it was more of a delayed steal, and Maffey able to throw it down to Hamilton, and they're able to get the tag.
1 ball and no strikes. The count still on Millett, and the pitch comes home. That ball swung on, grounded through the right side for a base hit. So Millett will be on, and now the idea there that runner got caught stealing really kind of changes things for Timpanogos, because they would have probably 1st and 2nd with nobody out. 3rd hit of the ball game for the T-Wolves, and now with 1 out, it'll bring up Casey Hamilton. Hamilton was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. He'll stand in from the right side, double play depth up the middle for Polson and Hamilton. Peterson sets, looks in, and comes home. That pitch swung on and bounced foul down the line. It'll be no balls and 1 strike to count on Casey Hamilton. A 1-0 game here in the top of the 3rd inning. Timpanogos won that game against Woods Cross with having more runs than they had hits. They had a very successful game, got some early runs, which really set the tone for Tyler Cornish and the T-Wolves. No balls and a strike. Peterson set, working from the stretch. Kicks and delivers. That pitch swung on and missed as Hamilton took a big cut and just swung right through it. It's now 0-2.
Yeah, he was looking at left field for that one, as he took a mean cut right there and just missed it.
No balls and 2 strikes the count. The 0-2 kick and the delivery. That one swung on, popped up. Holmes going to give it a look. Is it going to stay fair? And it will go foul. Off again into the utility area just down the right field line. We'll have another 0-2 pitch coming to Casey Hamilton.
Again, with the 0-2 count right here, he doesn't want to really throw it right down the pipe, but you want to be selective with your pitches and see if you can throw one on a corner right here with a 2-strike count. 0-2.
Peterson comes set on the mound, takes a look at first, comes home. There's that pitch you talked about, right on the corner, but just a little bit away for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Not a bad location there. See if you can get the hitter to chase. But again, sometimes, like we talked about in the earlier game, sometimes it's better to miss too far off than too far in.
Yeah, let's see if he goes to the outside right here. 1-2.
Pitch comes home. That's a high fastball, and that one missed away, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Braden Millett over there at first base, kind of had a decent-sized lead. Maffey was about ready to fire down to first base and get Millett back there a little closer. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. The delivery home to Hamilton's a fly ball hit out into the outfield. Wixom's going to trace it down in right center field. He'll wait under it. He'll make the play for the 2nd out of the inning. So with 2 outs, the pitcher Connor Halford will come to the plate here to try to help his own cause, as his team is trailing 1-0 here in the 3rd, and just kind of a total night and day's difference from the earlier game through the first 2 innings, where it's a 1-0 game compared to 2 innings in earlier. It was already like 8-3.
Yeah, I think you'll see a lot tighter game in this ball game. I don't think you'll see as many runs scored.
Peterson comes high with the fastball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to count.
Like I say, Peterson's throwing a lot better strikes this outing as he did earlier today.
Peterson with that hand kind of down there by his ankle. Now comes set. The pitch comes home. That ball is lined right back up the middle. Taking the turn at second and holding will be Millett as Hall's throw comes in. And with 2 outs, Timpanogos has runners on at first and second. The second time that Halford will reach, and once again it will be Favila coming in to run. Or sorry, Favila will come in to run. And with 2 outs, that sends up Oakley Craghead. Craghead 0 for 1 with a pop out to first, or sorry, the pop out to second. Ended the first inning. So Craghead gets his lead over at first. Actually, now that I look at those uniforms, I think you're right. I think they're green, not blue. As the pitch comes in, that one's in there for a called strike, 0-1. A little bit random, but they got it in there for the called strike.
One thing that I think that's going to help Peterson this game is he needs to not go so deep in the count and try and get some ground balls early in the count.
0-1 pitch misses away, and the count evens up at 1-1. And really, Coach Gary Miner in Maple Mountain, if he could get through 6 to 7 innings, would be very kind on that pitching staff, where Maple Mountain will have a guy ready to throw tomorrow. They'll only have 1 game tomorrow, but then potentially, depending on the result tomorrow, could have 2 on Friday. That one on the outside corner for a ball, and it's 2 balls and a strike to Craghead. Top of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Maple Mountain. Runners get their lead at first and second. Holmes not holding the runner on with 2 away. Polson pops back out in the defensive position. There's a breaking ball that just sets beautifully on the outside corner. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peterson seems to have that breaking ball better tonight than he had earlier this afternoon as well. And if he can have that breaking ball complement his fastball, his effectiveness is going to skyrocket.
Yeah, he definitely throws the Timpanogos hitter right there on that breaking ball.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Peterson set, checks the runner at second, kicks and delivers. Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Dallin Peterson comes trotting off the field with a little bit of excitement. He'll be greeted by his teammates after that strikeout. And we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem, where the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles lead the Timpanogos Timberwolves 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning here on the Spanish 4 Community Network.
Auto, home, commercial, and so much more.
Both my car and my home are covered by American Family, and I love the savings.
I couldn't be happier with the way I've been treated by Tim and American Family Insurance. I'm not just a number, I'm Jack.
Tim Shanto in Spanish Fork has received the Distinguished Agency Award for the past 7 years for his level of customer service.
Let my family help your family. Save money on your insurance needs.
American Family Insurance.
So leading it off for Maple Mountain here in the bottom of the 3rd will be Cannon Miner, and then we'll go to the top of the lineup with Hamilton Polson.
First pitch is a called strike in there to Cannon Miner. So welcome everyone here to Brent Brown Ballpark, whether you're listening on Spanish Fork Channel 17 or KSL.com or DeseretNews.com. Thank you for joining us tonight. As that ball is hit off to right field, coming in Lasique, it's going to go off his glove and roll. That one's going to get all the way to the wall. Miner slips. He's going to head into second. He'll make the turn for 3rd. The throw comes in, cut off by Evans. The throw to 3rd is
not in time.
Miner, had he not slipped, coming between first and second base, would have been there standing. As I believe that's Lasique out there. The ball just kind of went off the glove there. As we'll see on the Car Guys instant replay. A good attempt from Blake Lasique. Just went right off his glove, and then he slipped out there in right field. And he had to try to run that ball down.
And I'm waiting to see how the official score puts that on the scoreboard, if it's a hit and an error, or if they're just going to give him a straight hit on that. Still don't think I've seen anything up there yet. But again, you talked about Minor, and he definitely has speed up there.
Playing second base, number 8, Colton Hamilton.
If they give him an error, that's going to be a very kind of a tough error in a sense, but it did kind of hit him right in the glove. So now Colton Hamilton will try to bring the run home. That one's high for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. And I want to say they did give him a hit. I see the 2 go up there, but I could have it wrong in my scorebook. I had that down as the second Maple Mountain hit of the night, but I could have that wrong. So
actually, I think that's what he did. He gave him a hit and an error because it got past him. He got a hit, but where it got past his glove, they gave him the hit and the error, which puts him over at third base.
Count misses away, ball 2, and it's 2 balls and no strikes here to Colton Hamilton. Hamilton 0 for 1, flew out to right, back in the first. The 2-0 pitch misses inside, ball 3, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. And Timpanogos is going to play, not really, well, I guess they're going to play back. On the left side, they're playing a little more shallow than they typically would.
Even with the bag, almost. Yeah, pretty close even with the bag. And Hamilton's in there with the walk, so that's going to put runners at the corners for the Golden Eagles.
And now you get into that middle part of the lineup that can be really hard to deal with if you're a pitcher, and going to have to be very careful here in a sense if you are Connor Halford, and that you don't make some mistakes here, because these hitters are going to make him pay if he does. Hamilton very easily could be looking to steal a base here sometime and get up into second base. Polson the hitter at the plate. First pitch on its way high with the ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Cade Polson walked back in the first inning. As after high school ends, Cade Polson wants to go on to play college baseball somewhere. 1 ball and no strikes to count. The pitch comes in, that one missing low and away, and it's ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Maple Mountain. The Golden Eagles scoring in the first inning. The 2-0 pitch, that one's low. The snap throw down to third, and back standing is Cannon Minor as Colton Hamilton steals second base.
So that takes away that double play ball with without the force. Leaves first base open with no outs for Polson.
And Maple Mountain a chance here. They could kind of open this one up a little bit. Polson chases the low pitch, bounces it to short. Evans fields it cleanly, his throw across the diamonds in time for the first out of the inning. So the first out there, Polson just kind of chasing one through the bat head out there and bounced it right to short.
Yeah, Polson didn't quite get all that one. He just kind of reached for it, which put the ground ball.
So with 1 out, Jaron Hall will come to the plate. Hall doubled back in the first inning that brought Cade Polson in. This stands out there with 2 Golden Eagles on the base pass. That one breaks away and for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Halford, the pitcher, the right-hander, will take a quick step or just his footing there on the pitcher's mound, and now comes set on the hill. The 1-0 pitch on its way home, right off the plate for a ball, and the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes on Jaron Hall. Jake Maffey in the on-deck circle to follow Hall here in the inning. Maffey's had kind of a rough day so far without a hit. The 2-0 pitch, Cornish comes in. There's a pitch to tie, ball 3. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to count here on Jaron Hall. First base is open, so a walk here doesn't necessarily hurt Timpanogos, but it will load the bases and put excellent speed all the way around. The 3-0 pitch, Halford comes in. That one low and away, ball 4. And Jaron Hall is aboard with the walk. The second walk here in the inning, and the bases are full with 1 away.
So loading the bases, looks like Timpanogos is going to have a conference at the mound. While we have this quick break, we want to thank Spanish Fork 17 for bringing you the coverage of today's high school baseball action. We also want to remind you, you can catch these games anytime. If you're not watching us on Spanish Fork 17, you can catch us online at Spanish Fork on YouTube at SpanishFork.com. We also want to thank our sponsors of today's ball game. That's the Car Guys. You can find them at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork. Stop in and see Randy or Calvin. They'll give you a great deal on a great vehicle. And again, at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we will choose an MVP player of the game for all your sporting goods and shoe needs. Stop in and let the folks at MVP, they'll take care of you. MVPSportsUtah.com.
So the conference over on the mound, and the bases are full of Golden Eagles here with Jake Maffey coming up. Maffey swings first pitch, pops one high up into left field. Martinez coming in, he'll make the catch. Miner's going to act like he's going to tag. It's a good throw in on a hop though, and everybody will have to hold for the second out of the inning. And with 2 away, Mitch Holmes will come up with the bases loaded. Holmes is due here with the couple of days that he's had. He's due just to get a base hit here to keep it going for Maple Mountain.
Yeah, he's really just kind of struggled a little bit. Had a called third strike back in the first.
First pitch comes in. That one goes to the backstop. Putting his head down, Cannon Miner will score. It's 2-0 Maple Mountain. Hamilton and Hall both move up 90 feet. So now a couple more runners in scoring position, and already a 2-0 lead. A base hit here could easily make this 4-0. 1 ball and no strikes to count. The right-hander, Hallford, getting ready to go to work. He kicks and delivers. That one swung on, bounced back up the middle into center field for a base hit.
That's going to score 1, probably 2 right here on the relay, and not in time.
So a 2-run single up the middle here for Mitch Holmes, and Maple Mountains extended their lead out to 4-0, as we'll see on the Car Guys instant replay. Just one that just bounces right up through the box. And with that speed, that's where that walk to Jaron Hall comes back to hurt Halford and Timpanogos. Here's Andrew Wixom. Pitch on its way. There's a fastball away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Wixom 0 for 1, flew out to center back in the bottom of the second inning. Holmes running over at first base, the 1-0 pitch. That one low for a ball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 error for Maple Mountain. As Wixom stands in and the kick and the delivery comes home right on the inside corner, ball 3, and it's 3 balls and no strikes.
You know, and that one actually looked pretty close. Could have been right on the corner, but he thought it was a hair inside again. Where Wixom hits from the left side, you know, probably just a hair in, makes a 3-0 count. You'll look for him to probably be taken right here.
The right-hander ready to go on the mound. The kick and the delivery coming, taking all the way, and that one misses away, ball 4. So another walk given up here in the inning. That's the 3rd walk given up by Timpanogos, as Mitch Holmes will go down to scoring position on second base. And we'll have the second visit out to the mound, and the day is coming to an end for Halford here in the 3rd. So Maple Mountain puts 3 up here in the inning. As we have a pitching change here, we'll take a break. It's Maple Mountain 4, Timpanogos 0. You're watching high school baseball here on the Spanish Fork Community Network and KSL.com and DeseretNews.com.
Nutrient formulation, or MMF, is a unique proprietary blend of important antioxidant micronutrients and key minerals to conform to the CQF format. Basically what that means is we have uniquely combined endogenous antioxidants, the kind that the body makes, with dietary antioxidants, those that you get from the diet, and importantly, glutathione elevating agents. Glutathione is your body's most important internal antioxidant. What we've been able to do is combine these in the right dose, the right ratio, the right isoform, and with the proper dose schedule to give you the best biologically available and best biologically effective product. And that's why we get the excellent results that we get with MMF.
Life, Medicare, and health insurance can certainly be a confusing mess. At the Health Insurance Center, we will help you understand your options and provide for you the highest quality plans available, along with some of the lowest rates in the state. We want to create long-lasting relationships, so you will always know the best options for your changing health care needs. Contact John at 801-400-6473 or visit our website for more information.
As we come back to action after we have a pitching change for Timpanogos. Again, they've given up a couple walks this inning. And to reset the stage, we have runners first and second for the Golden Eagles, and coming to the plate will be the third baseman, number 22, Sam Moore.
So Casey Hamilton, the new pitcher for Timpanogos, comes in from center field, and the first pitch over for a called strike to Sam Moore. So the defensive change in center field, haven't been able to see the number in left field or in center field, so the minute we get that, we'll let everybody know. Sam Moore will take a stand out of the box as time's called. The right-hander Casey Hamilton inheriting a couple of base runners here with 2 outs. Officially, those base runners will be responsible to the starting pitcher, Halford. The 0-1 pitch bounces in. Good block. Runners will take off, and each runner will move up 90 feet. It was a good block by Brooksby to keep that ball in front of him, but he just wasn't able to quickly pick up the baseball and throw down to get any of the runners.
Yeah, it just wasn't clean enough, and too much speed on the base path for the Golden Eagles.
So now a base hit could really open it up. That one on the outside corner for a called strike, and it's 1-2 to Sam Moore. Moore 0 for 1, flew out to Lasique and right. Back in, last inning in the second. The 1-2 pitch, the right-hander comes home. That ball bounced in. Nice block behind home plate by Brooksby. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 4-0 Maple Mountain, bottom of the third inning. 3 of those 4 runs coming in here in the inning. The 2-2 pitch, Hamilton checks the runner at second. Takes another look, comes home. Time was called, and granted at the last minute there, Sam Moore feeling that the pitcher there, Hamilton, just taking too much time. Two balls and 2 strikes the count. Hamilton ready to go on the mound. The right-hander takes a look out on second, comes home, and that pitch right on the outside corner, ball 3, and the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Maple Mountain dugout full of energy tonight. They're excited, ready to go. A little bit different than early on in the game this morning. There's Jaron Hall clapping his hands, hoping Sam Moore can come through. Breaking ball swung on, kind of lifted into shallow right field. Coming in is Lasique. He'll get there to make the play, and the Golden Eagles will strand 2. But the Golden Eagles get 3 on the board at the end of 3 from Brent Brown Ballpark. It's Maple Mountain 4, Timpanogos 0. You're watching the 2015 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament here on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Lunchtime is coming soon, but you only have 30 minutes to get there, eat, and get back. You'd better head to the dugout, quick. This isn't just fast food, it's good fast food. Our fresh salad bar will please your appetite for a healthy and quick meal. Fresh fruit, fresh toppings, fresh hot pizza, or home-styled sandwiches. Take it back to work with you, or eat it right there. For lunch or dinner, the dugout, it's a home run. The Dugout, next to the ballpark in Spanish Fork.
Hey, do you know someone who needs cheering up? This design is a cheerful arrangement of hot pink carnations, lime green spider mums, pink alstroemeria, and purple accent flowers with a mixed green base. This is a cheerful arrangement for any occasion. This design is a topiary of alstroemeria in orange and yellow with cute Gerbera daisies and a mixed green base.
Carrie's Designs Floral is located at 245 South Main in Spanish Fork.
Top of the fourth inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem, Utah. 4-0 Maple Mountain. Let's take a quick moment here to thank our sponsors for helping making this broadcast possible. We'd like to thank MVP Sports for sponsoring the MVP Sports MVP of the game, which will be named at the conclusion of tonight's broadcast, and also the Car Guys for sponsoring the Car Guys instant replays that have been enjoyed throughout this ball game and throughout the baseball season here. Thank you to those two sponsors for making this broadcast possible as DJ Martinez stands in to lead it off. Martinez 0 for 1 with a ground out to second as time called. Martinez will stand out of the batter's box. Dallin Peterson's allowed 5 hits so far tonight, but no runs yet have come across to hurt him, and the first pitch is swung on and popped up. And you'll take 1 pitch and 1 out as Holmes is under it, and he'll make the play. Quick and efficient innings, and if you're Dallin Peterson right now, keep that pitch count down. That's exactly what you're looking for.
That's what I'm talking about. You want those 1-2 pitches and get in and get out right there.
Tyler Cornish 0 for 1 on the day. He had a ground out to second in his first at bat. Cornish has been busy through in the pitch to the first game. That one swung on, popped up. That's going to go out onto the berm, and a nice barehanded play there made by one of the Woods Cross Wildcats right there. He just kind of caught that with his bare hand, and they'll return that one to the Maple Mountain dugout and get it back into play. No balls and a strike here on Peterson. Sorry, on Cornish. Dallin Peterson kicks and comes home. Breaking ball low and inside. And the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Top of the fourth inning. Timpanogos and Maple Mountain. Winner moves into a 7 o'clock game tomorrow night. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, low, ball 2, and it's 2 balls and a strike to count here on Tyler Cornish. Blake Lasique to follow in the on-deck circle for the T-Wolves. The 2-1 pitch coming home, and there's a fastball inside, maybe a little tight as well, so ball 3, 3-1. Timpanogos trying to figure out something. They've had base runners. Dallin Peterson, though, just shut the door. That one fouled away. What's been the key tonight, do you think? Has it been the first pitch strikes, just the quick and efficient innings for Peterson?
I think Peterson, like I said, he's come back with a whole new attitude tonight than he did this morning, and I think getting those early pitches, I think, has really helped him. With the strikeout right there, third strike for the second out.
That is the second strikeout for Dallin Peterson on the night. 2 outs for Blake Lasique. Lasique 1 for 1, had a single back in the second inning. One of the 5 hits tonight for Timpanogos. First pitch to Lasique. That one misses low and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to count. That first game of the year, a game that I did right here on the Spanish Fork Community Network, Lasique with 1 hit in that one as well. High chopper to third. Sam Moore fields it cleanly, makes the long throw across the diamond in time, and Dallin Peterson gets Timpanogos down 1-2-3 here in the top of the fourth inning. We're heading to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Maple Mountain Golden Eagles in control, leading Timpanogos 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Maple Mountain Baseball on the Spanish Fork Community Network.
My name is Karma Karsten, the owner of Maple Creek Home Health and Hospice. Hospice is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, weekends, holidays. Maple Creek's responsibilities are to keep patients in their homes and managing their symptoms such as pain, fatigue, anxiety, loneliness, allowing their families to have a better relationship with the patient. Take the time to educate yourself about the hospice benefit and what hospice can do for you and your family.
At Curves, we know there's a part of you that's unshakable, another part that's unbelievable, and so many parts that are unstoppable. You've inspired us to add exciting new classes to our one-of-a-kind circuit. From classes that target your core, balance, and flexibility, to Jillian Michaels' total body workouts, the new Curves strengthens every part of every woman. Curves, strengthening women inside and out. Join today for 50% off our enrollment fee. Visit curves.com for details.
As we get ready to start the bottom of the fourth, we'll start the bottom of the lineup with the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Leading it off will be the pitcher, Dallin Peterson, who flied out to right his first time up.
So it'll be Peterson, a minor, and Hamilton, 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Peterson comes home. The first pitch is swung on. That ball's hit well to center field. Beveridge gets over there, and he'll make the play for the first out of the inning. So a hard hit ball, and you'll take that if you're Maple Mountain all day. If you can just get the hard hit balls, that's a good sign as a hitter, right?
Yeah, that's a great sign, knowing that they're making contact almost every time at the plate. They know that one's going to drop for them sooner or later. That pitch just outside for Minor. Minor had a triple his first time up as he tripped and fell. Could have had an easy triple, but was able to slide in there safely his first time up. That one's called on the outside corner for a strike. So count goes to 1-1 to Minor.
Hamilton ready to go again, comes home. The 1-1 pitch is over for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Number 17, Derek Aquinto, the new center fielder, by the way, number 17 for Timpanogos, moves into the center field spot. Minor swings and misses, quickly applying the tag is Brooksby, and there's 2 away. First strikeout of the night for Casey Hamilton, and back to the top of the lineup in Colton Hamilton. Hamilton walked and came around to score in the third, stole a base in there as well. Back in that 3-run bottom of the third inning that the Golden Eagles had last inning. Hamilton swings, first pitch, swings and fouls it away, and it's no balls and a strike. On deck, it's Cade Poulsen.
Again, please return all foul balls to the nearest dugout.
Head coach Gary Minor going down, have a quick word with the home plate umpire here. I'm not sure what they're talking about, whether it's a strike zone, you know, where that strike is called, or kind of what the conversation was. Whatever it was, very quick. No balls and a strike. The right-hander, Hamilton, kicks and comes home, breaking ball high. And the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike here on Colton Hamilton. Hamilton back in the first inning, flew out to Blake Lasike in right field. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball high, and ball 2, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Hamilton working from the stretch, even with nobody on. Typically, you work from the stretch when there's guys on base. Hamilton takes that one to left. Coming in as Martinez. He's going to run it down, and the side is retired. So Casey Hamilton gets Maple Mountain to go 1-2-3. We've completed 4 innings here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Maple Mountain 4, Timpanogos 0. You're watching the 2015 Class 4A Utah State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Voted 2014 Best Automotive Repair in Utah Valley Magazine, Dickerson Automotive.
What's going on today?
Oh, they're just here for the free Wi-Fi.
I've got Australia.
Dickerson Automotive has 3 ASE certified master automotive technicians that smell like bacon. Well, because everybody loves bacon.
Boy, it sure smells good in here. Is that bacon?
Bring home more bacon. In other words, spend less with the Dickerson Automotive Deal of the Month. Call for our specials or visit our website.
At Dickerson Automotive, we're committed to the finest repairs with personal care.
I trust Dickerson Automotive, and you can too.
Dickerson Automotive, way north on Main in Spanish Fork.
Nothing Maple Mountain on top of Timpanogos as the T-Wolves come up 9-1-2. Brooksby, Evans, and Braden Millett. As we get into the later innings here, a 7-inning ball game, so the 5th inning really does become the late innings. Timpanogos has to get something to going. What do they need to do though?
Well, you know, I look at Timpanogos, and right now Peterson's really throwing the ball really well. You know, Timpanogos hasn't had a lot of base runners, and let's see if Peterson can continue to throw them off balance right here.
A 1 pitch stays high for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike as the T-Wolves are in need of base runners. Brooksby is 0 for 1, grounded out to first base. Back in the 2nd inning. That pitch comes in high with the fastball, and it's 2 balls and a strike to count here on Jake Brooksby.
One thing we've talked about time and time again, Ryan, and that is you want to get ahead of the count. You definitely want to get that first leadoff batter.
Peterson sets, comes home, and that pitch swung on line up the middle into center field for a base hit. Just what Timpanogos needed was the leadoff man to get on. So a 1-out, a leadoff single for Brooksby turns it over to the top of the lineup, and Tanner Evans. As we'll see there on the Car Guys instant replay, just a pitch they catch as a good portion of the plate, and line drive back up through the middle. And I mean, it's important. I mean, getting that first hitter out is, I mean, right there you saw the difference of it.
Yep.
Just a base hit up the middle.
Yeah, because you get that first base runner on, and that gives you a lot of opportunities, a lot of different options on the offensive side. But not only that, puts a little bit more pressure actually on Maple Mountain. Even though they're up 4 runs, they know they got to get an out. That one just misses low and inside.
To Tanner Evans. Evans is 2 for 2. He's got 2 of the 6 hits tonight for Timpanogos. He's come into that leadoff spot in Tanner Evans. 1-0 pitch. That one comes inside and hits Tanner Evans, and all of a sudden, Timpanogos has something going. And that's
you know, and I've watched Maple Mountain for years, and I know their coach very well. And he's one that doesn't get too excited. He keeps very calm and cool, and he knows if he gets base runners on, he knows that you know, it's going to give his guys a chance to come through right here. So you know, he's not too concerned yet because he's got base runners on, and now they just need to come through and see if they can get hit and try and move people around where they need to be.
Yeah, that's a big opportunity here, obviously, for Timpanogos, and a couple of different ways you could play. We talked about in the Mountain Crest game, get a couple of men on like this. You could see the bunt here from Braden Millett, move those runners into scoring position, or you could see him trust Millett and take a swing. You're down 4-0, so it's not like, you know, moving the runners over here is going to make a huge difference in the ball game, as Maple Mountain's going to get some action going up in their bullpen. As Braden Millett, who's reached base twice today, 1 for 2 with a single, stands in. Maple Mountain expecting a bunt. Mitch Holmes playing deep on the infield grass. Sam Moore playing even with the bag. And the pitch on its way home, swung on and fouled away, as not swinging there was Braden Millett, so Holmes will go back.
Yeah, a little surprised right there that he actually was swinging, because I expected him to possibly lay down a bunt right there as well, you know, trying to put those runners right in scoring position with no outs right there.
Nobody out, top of the 5th inning, 4-0 Maple Mountain. Pitch coming in, breaking ball right on the outside corner, and the count goes to 0-2 on Braden Millett.
So with that 2-strike count right there, you definitely will see him be up there swinging the bat right here, trying to put the ball in play.
And that pitch down and low gets away from Jake Maffey, and so moving up 90 feet. And now the equivalent of had you had the sacrifice bunt, the runners move up, but you still have the out. They did appeal to the base umpire, but he didn't go, said the base umpire. So now a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Braden Millett, and Timpanogos for the first time tonight really threatening.
Yeah, they're in threatened position. Again, you got a 1-2 count. Biggest thing right here is you got to either get a ground ball or the catcher, Maffey's got to keep the ball in front, not get anything past him, so that Timpanogos doesn't have a chance to score right here and really get some momentum going.
Jake Maffey going out to have a quick word with Dallin Peterson here as he'll head back behind home plate. And just good there, especially with that runner on third. Make sure they have all the signs right, make sure they're not going to get crossed up. And now a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Braden Millett. Peterson from the stretch, comes set, checks the runner at second. Comes home, breaking ball, high ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. On deck for Timpanogos, it's Casey Hamilton, the pitcher. Working here from the stretch, the right-hander, Dallin Peterson. Looks in, comes set, and delivers home. That ball bounces in, ball 3, and now Braden Millett has worked the count back to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Again, a nice job there by Maffey as he's able to keep the ball in front, not let it get past him, so the runners hold at second and third with this full count.
So 3-2 pitch coming home. That ball swung on by Millett. That will be deep enough to get the run home. Wixom's going to go into right center field and make the play for the first out of the inning. Tagging and coming in to score, though, is Jake Brooksby, and Timpanogos is on the board here in the 5th. Going down to third is Tanner Evans. And so with 1 out, still Timpanogos just gets a fly ball to the outfield, and they'll have an opportunity to get that second run home. Tyson Ellis going down to get loose now, and Maple Mountain's going to have a flurry of action down in that bullpen as Dallin Peterson tries to work out of it. Ready to go, the kick and the delivery comes. That pitch right on the outside corner, called strike to Casey Hamilton. That's a good pitcher's pitch. There's not much Hamilton can do with that pitch there on the outside corner.
No, that's a great job there by Peterson and trying to keep it out and away.
No balls and 1 strike to count. Peterson set, works from the stretch, kicks and comes home. Swung on and missed, and it's no balls and 2 strikes on Casey Hamilton. Sam Moore playing just a little bit behind the bag there, close enough to let Tanner Evans know that he's there. Time called here as one of the balls from the bullpen comes down back behind home plate, so they'll go pick up that baseball and get it back down to the bullpen. Colin Reed, the other right-hander, getting loose down there. Here as Dallin Peterson gets ready to work from the stretch. And now he'll take a step off the mound here. Get back on. 4-1 at top of the 5th inning. Timpanogos with 1 run in here in the 5th. Pitch comes in. That ball grounded to short. They're going to try to cut the run down at the plate. A 1-hop throw, and they got him at home plate for the second out of the inning. That ball was hit hard right at Cade Polson, and Polson makes the throw home to get Tanner Evans for the second out of the inning. And now that kind of just puts a sting in the back of Timpanogos.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a gutsy play there by Cade Polson as it 1-hopped it right to Maffey at home plate. Wasn't a straight gun, but he's able to scoop it up and make the tag. So great job there by Maffey for the out.
So with 2 outs, Halford will stand in. Working here, the right-hander comes home, and that pitch is right on the inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Just misses on the inside corner. Not a bad pitch to start with right there if you're Peterson.
1 ball and no strikes. The runner gets his lead over at first is Casey Hamilton. And the 1-0 pitch coming home. That ball swung on, hit hard in center field, but right at Jaron Hall, who will make the catch. And the top of the 5th is over. So Timpanogos gets on the board. They get 1 back here in the 5th. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem. Maple Mountain 4, Timpanogos 1. You're watching high school baseball here on the Spanish Fork Community Network, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Free radical production caused by oxidative stress. It's an issue that leads to a host of human health conditions. Just as a lead pipe left out in the rain over time will oxidize or rust, we human beings are aging and rusting because of free radicals. Free radicals attack cells, proteins in cells, lipids and membranes, and even DNA. In fact, DNA is attacked very early in the process.
Engage Global. Abundance in health, abundance in life.
As we come back here to Brent Brown Ballpark for the bottom of the 5th inning, Maple Mountain ahead in this one 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Again, we want to thank the Car Guys for their sponsorship of their instant replay all year long. And again, at the conclusion of this game, we will choose an MVP player of the game. We want to thank MVP for their sponsorship in sponsoring our player of the game. We want to thank Spanish Fork 17 for bringing you the coverage of tonight's high school baseball action.
We hope wherever you are tonight, you are enjoying this ball game. Timpanogos and Maple Mountain, one of these two teams will have their season come to an end as the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles leading this one 4-1 as we head into the late innings. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2, 3, and 4, Polson, Hall, and Maffey coming up for Maple Mountain. Casey Hamilton back to work, and the first pitch to Polson, he swings and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Cade Polson just kind of goes up there, and he's looking to hit immediately when he stands in the box. Something that I've noticed watching Cade throughout the season.
Yeah, he's one of those that is always on fire and ready to go, and he doesn't want to waste any time. He sees that first pitch, he's ready to drive it somewhere.
The 0-1 comes in for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Hamilton kicks and comes home. That's a breaking ball that swung on and hit. Well, nice catch down there in the bullpen, but maybe 1 ball and 2 strikes. They'll get that baseball back onto the bench, and Jaron Hall will take it back to the umpire when he goes up. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here on Cade Polson. Polson a walk and a run scored to go along with a ground out. And there he hits that ball hard to center field. That's going to go out into the gap. Aquito going to get over and cut it off, and will hold Polson to a single as the throw comes in and kind of rolls it back to the pitcher Hamilton. So Cade Polson on with a base hit here in the 5th. And now that brings up Jaron Hall. There, as we see on the Car Guys instant replay, just catches the middle of the plate, and you catch that middle of the plate as a pitcher, you're serving a good pitch up for a hitter to hit. You just kind of get the idea for Maple Mountain to make a run in these next couple of days. They're going to have to hit the baseball well, and they're going to have to pitch well as well. They're going to have to play complete ball games here with the other 2 teams remaining being Salem Hills and Spanish Fork.
Yeah, they're going to have to do everything right from top to bottom, like you say, from the hitting to the pitching and playing excellent defense.
1 ball and no strikes to count. The runner over at first diving back safely is Cade Polson as Jaron Hall stands in the batter's box. Hall today has a RBI double back in the 1st, and then he walked and came around to score a run in the 3rd. That one swung on and popped up high down the line. Giving it a look is Craghead coming in from right, and it will go foul, and we'll do the 1-1 pitch. Gary.
Yeah. One thing is, as we talk about Maple Mountain, again, we talked about it at the beginning of the broadcast tonight. You look, though, 3 out of the 4 teams left are from Region 8. You know, Spanish Fork, Maple Mountain, and Salem. They're all capable of winning at any time. So it's great tribute to have 3 out of the 4 from Region 8.
And it's been interesting watching some of these, not just the 4A, but also some of the 5A and the 2A baseball over the last couple of years. And sometimes that team in that one-loss bracket who's played all week comes in and plays very well because they get just they get streaky.
Yep. And right now, I think that's kind of where Maple Mountain's kind of at. Hopefully they can continue that through this game, and hopefully it gives them a chance to play into tomorrow. As that one's fouled up on top to Jaron Hall. Count goes to 1-1 with Polson at first base.
The 4:30 game tomorrow, Salem Hills takes on Spanish Fork. The loser of that turns around and plays again at 7 against the winner of this one. That throw over, and Polson's back diving. So 3 of the 4 teams, I'm assuming it's going to be probably a packed house tomorrow night with the 3 teams being less than 20 minutes away.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's playing from 4:30 on. This place is going to be packed and rocking. It's going to be fun tomorrow.
That pitch comes in. Hall swings through it and goes down on strikes for the first out of the 5th inning. And there's one away here in the 5th. I'm glad I got my seat already set and ready to go.
Yeah, we better rope this off so we got this seat spot for tomorrow for sure.
With 1 out, Jake Maffey stands in. Maffey's 0 for 2, having one of those rough days where you just kind of can tell he's kind of like Mitch Holmes, who when he came up in the 3rd, Jake Maffey's due for a hit here. Ready to go. First pitch over for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Maple Mountain getting ready to go in the box once again is Jake Maffey. Cade Polson gets his lead over at first. Casey Hamilton ready to go on the mound. Polson might be going here. Not going as Maffey swings through it. The fake snap throw down by Brooksby, and Polson will get back to the bag.
And sometimes when you just have a little slump, like Maffey, like Holmes, sometimes it's a mental thing, but you just got to shake it off, and you just got to get up there and be ready for that next pitch. As that one gets away at first, and Polson's going to round it. Polson's going to hold at third base as it gets away from the first baseman.
Just a throw that one hops Craghead at first, and he just couldn't quite handle it. In fact, that's not Craghead at first. I'm sorry, that is number 25. Gonna have to look here on my roster.
Craghead. No, it's not Craghead. Sorry.
That's what I thought too at first.
It's
and then
not.
I looked down and went, he's.
Nope.
So give us a second here. That is Jesus Rojas at first base. There's a ground ball to short. They've tried to cut the run down. The throw over to first is bang, bang, and they get Maffey. But coming in to score is Cade Polson, and it's 5-1 Maple Mountain here in the 5th. So the most important thing is there that Maffey gets the run home. But there on the Car Guys Instant Replay, you can tell that Evans wanted to come home and cut the run down, but Cade Polson ran immediately and didn't give him that opportunity. Holmes swings first pitch, fouls it away, no balls and a strike. So a little bit of insurance runs there for Maple Mountain. Now will help out here as Timpanogos is down to their final 6 outs of the ball game. Mitch Holmes is 1 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the 3rd. And that one's on the outside corner for a called strike. Holmes just bounced one right back up through the middle that scored Hamilton and Hall. Ready to go. The line and the delivery comes home. That one low and away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
And Timpanogos faithful wanted a call right there. That one was just a hair outside.
Hamilton kicks and comes home. That one bounces in for a ball, and the count moves to even up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Casey Hamilton's coming in from center field today to play at first base. And Hamilton comes in. That one ball, low ball 3-3-2. I think I just said Hamilton came in to play first. Hamilton came in to pitch. I was writing down a defensive change on my scorebook, and my brain was moving faster than my mouth there. That one misses low, ball 4, and Holmes will draw a 2-out walk.
Number 27.
So with 2 outs, Holmes gets on first, and that will bring up Andrew Wixom. Wixom has a fly out to center field and a walk on the night. As Cade Polston's going to head down to the bullpen, he's going to start throwing. I think we're going to have a run or two come in the ball game for Maple Mountain as Mitch Holmes heads to the bench. Polston came in to throw in about an inning and 2/3 earlier in the day, getting the victory for Maple Mountain. And now a quick word between the base umpire and Casey Hamilton out on second. So the speed up runner comes in over at first base wearing number 1.
Pitch running for Maple Mountain at first base. Number 1, Tito Dennison.
So Dennison going to come in to run. Ready to go. Hamilton's first pitch to Wixom. That one swung on and fouled back.
Dennison will actually just be a pinch runner for Holmes, as I'm sure Holmes will come back and re-enter the game and come back to first base. That one to Wixom out and away for a ball. So count goes to 1-1.
Wixom yesterday showing his pop and his bat, hitting a home run to deep right center field. In the Maple Mountain win over Skyview. That one hit hard, a 2-hopper right to second base. Cloward is there, his throw in time over to first, and the bottom of the 5th inning comes to an end. The Golden Eagles, though, get a run back on an RBI ground out by Jake Maffey. We've played 5 here at Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem. It's Maple Mountain 5 and Timpanogos 1. You're watching the 2015 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish Fork 17, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Grandma, are you coming to my game today?
I have a dentist appointment. I'll try and make it.
At Gunderson Dental, we know you are busy. Family, work, friends, and everything else in your life makes it hard to make time for dental work. Dr. Gunderson and his friendly staff will help you keep on schedule so you can do those things that really matter. Same-day treatment gets more work done with fewer visits and less time. Let us help you feel and look better faster. Be there for the important moments. Call us today at Gunderson Dental in Payson.
Auto, home, commercial, and so much more.
We had a devastating fire. I called Tim at 4 a.m. and he came over and American Family Insurance took care of everything.
We suffered water damage in our home. Tim and American Family Insurance took care of everything.
American Family Insurance is rated #1 in new policy purchase experience.
Let my family help your family. Save money on your insurance needs.
American Family Insurance.
Top of the 6th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Jesus Rojas to step in and lead off the inning for Timpanogos against Dallin Peterson. And now they're going to call time here as Rojas will step out of the box. It'll be Rojas, DJ Martinez, and Tyler Cornish. 5, 6, and 7 coming up. The first pitch swung on and fouled the back by Rojas, and it's 0-1.
And you talk about Peterson, they've kept him in the game so far. They've had a few people down there warming up, but they're going to start the 6th inning with Peterson still on the mound.
The 0-1 pitch, Peterson kicks and comes home. That ball's going to be swung on, grounded right to short. Polston is there, he's going to field it cleanly. The throw into first in time, and there's 1 out here in the 6th inning. So with 1 out, that brings up DJ Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 2, a ground out to second and a pop out to first. Good to see Cade Polston after the defensive game against Mountain Crest. Good to see him have one, just routine, and he makes the play easy over to first.
Yeah, he's fielded it a lot cleaner this game than he did the first game with Mountain Crest.
Martinez stands in. The first pitch comes home. That one misses high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes the count here on Martinez. Tyler Cornish to follow, getting loose in the on-deck circle for the T-Wolves. The 1-0 pitch misses low, ball 2, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Ready to go once again. Peterson kicks and comes home. That pitch low and inside, ball 3. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to count on DJ Martinez. Outfield playing pretty straight away. Jaron Hall maybe playing a little bit towards left center. 3-0 pitch is right down Broadway for a called strike, and it's 3-1. Right-hander continuing to throw down. There's Colin Reed, just in case things get a little interesting. Peterson set the 3-1 pitch. That one inside, ball 4. And so DJ Martinez gets on with a 1-out walk here in the 6th. So Tyler Cornish will step up and hit from the left side. Cornish has grounded out to second and struck out back in the 4th inning. Up the middle, Polson and Hamilton playing a double play depth. The kick and the delivery comes, swung on. That one's popped up. That one I believe is going to get out of play, and it will get up onto the berm. So the race is on for the baseball. And they'll get it back to the, I think that's Bailey Roberts down there, gets the baseball, and he'll return to the dugout. There's a nice play made in the Timpanogos Woods Cross game where a pop-up came, and I think it was third baseman for Timpanogos went in, reached over the dugout, and in there it made a nice backhanded play. I wasn't sure if you saw that or not. That was
I
nice.
did saw that. That was awesome. I just was waiting to see if he was going to flip into the dugout after that one.
There'll be no balls and 2 strikes here as the rain begins to fall here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Pitch comes in, Cornish takes it away for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. The umbrella's beginning to come out in those first few rows, and people starting to move up for cover, but most of the rows underneath the cover has already been taken.
Yeah, they'll have to come up here up on top.
Breaking
that
ball.
One inside.
And the count evens at 2-2. Mother Nature hasn't exactly been the best for the state baseball tournaments here and really throughout the state of Utah. Last week in St. George for the 3A tournament, some rain, thunderstorms down there as well. That one, ball 3, and the count will run full, 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cornish. Tomorrow, some thunderstorms in the forecast as well, so it could get interesting once again. 3-2 pitch coming on its way. Cornish swings and rolls that one to first, and it will go foul at the last second as Mitch Holmes grabs it. So during the state tournament, never a dull moment when it comes to the weather.
Yeah, you just never know what's going to happen here. Again, they had a couple games that were rained out and delayed it in Salt Lake earlier today, so you just never know what's going to happen when it comes here.
Some of the state softball games move till tomorrow. That one's on the inside corner, called strike 3, and Dallin Peterson gets his 3rd strikeout of the night. 2 outs here in the 6th inning, and Blake Lasique is coming to the plate.
Right fielder number 7, Blake Lasique.
So Dallin Peterson has just kind of settled in really well here in the 6th, and really throughout this ball game. This might be one of the better outings I've seen of Peterson this season for Maple Mountain.
Like I say, he's had a total turnaround from the game that he only had 2/3 of an inning earlier this morning, and he's definitely come out and proved to himself so far tonight.
Martinez dives back safely, and the first pitch to Lasique swung on, and he got a good bat on it, but just completely pulled it foul, and it'll be no balls and a strike. Lasique able to foul it away. Lasique 1 for 2, had a single in the 2nd and a ground out in the 4th. Has been very busy out in the field playing right field for Timpanogos tonight. Looking to get something going with the bat. The 0-1 pitch. Low and away for a ball, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. The runner, though, caught in a rundown. Holmes a 1-hop to Hamilton, getting back to the bag, and diving back safely is Martinez.
So close, but he's able to get his arm back in there and slide back to first.
That throw to Hamilton, kind of turning Colton Hamilton around, probably there is what cost him the out. No balls and a strike on Lasique. Peterson looks over his shoulder. Martinez getting a bigger lead there. The pitch comes in, and that's a little bit away, I guess. Maybe a little bit low, too, and the count will move to 1 ball and 1 strike on Lasique. 2 away, top of the 6th inning. working from the stretch, and the kick and the delivery home from Peterson swung on and fouled away. That'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Maple Mountain 5, Timpanogos 1, top of the 6th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark in Orem, Utah, the site of the 2015 Class 4A state tournament. At the end of tonight, there will only be 3 teams alive for the 2015 4A state championship. And if this score holds, they're all going to reside within Region 8. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Working here from the right side, Peterson set, kicks and comes home. Lasike grounds that one to third. Sam Moore's there. His throw going to be in on a hop, and home stretches, but they're going to...
He pulled it. I know he was keeping it there, but would like to see the replay on that one to see how well he really kept it, or if he really did pull. It wasn't the greatest throw by Moore, so he did have to reach for it.
We'll check it out here on the Car Guys Instant Replay.
Looks like he actually held it there just enough.
Gary Miner will go out and have a conversation with the base umpire. The only thing I can think of was seems like he had it on there and then took that last second reach. The foot came off, and then when he got it back on,
and that could have been what happened right there. You know, sometimes when you have that throw and it's not right on the money, and you have to stretch for it, sometimes it just pulls you off just a little bit. So throwing error for Sam Moore at third base. It's going to put runners first and second for the T-Wolves.
And if Timpanogos can get a couple of runs here, that might bring him back in a little bit, as the first pitch high for a ball to Jake Brooksby, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Brooksby's grounded out to first and had a single and a run scored back in the 5th inning. Well, back last inning, I guess, for the T-Wolves. 1-0 pitch on its way. That one swung on, popped up. This should get him out of the inning. Hamilton going out, coming in is Wixom, who's going to run under it and make the catch. And the 6th inning is over. So the error and the walk don't come back to hurt the Golden Eagles. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Maple Mountain 5, Timpanogos 1. You're watching the 2015 Class 4A State Baseball Tournament on Spanish 4 Community Network, KSL.com, and DeseretNews.com.
Of MMF really begins on 9/11. That's when Marine Corps Systems Command asked a very important question of a group of doctors and research scientists. Is it possible to protect our men and women in uniform from the inside out? We do a great job at protecting our troops from bombs and bullets, but what about from all of those invisible threats that cause our men and women in uniform to be 4 times more likely to contract illness and disease? Organizations and skilled people working together ultimately availed us the creation of a supplement that in fact and indeed does protect the human body from the inside out. So when we discovered this, when we learned of MMF, learned of its existence, and learned what it does, we knew absolutely that we had something very special.
We welcome you back here to Brent Brown Ballpark here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Again, at the conclusion of tonight's ball game, we will choose our MVP player of the game in our post-game show following the conclusion of the 7th inning.
And so right now we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Maple Mountain with a 4-run lead and looking for a run or two of insurance as 7, 8, 9 Sam Moore, Allen Peterson, Cannon Miner come up. First pitch to Sam Moore, swung on and fouled straight back. Be no balls and a strike.
Sam is 0 for 2 tonight. He's flied out twice to right field. Again, he had, I think he was 2 for 3 in the game earlier today, but doesn't have anything tonight.
Pitch on its way. Moore swings, hits that one past the diving third baseman Cornish into left field for a base hit. So Moore with his first hit of this ball game. Maple Mountain with the leadoff base runner on. Tyler Cornish tried to get there, just reached out, just couldn't quite get there in time. So with nobody out, Dallin Peterson will come to the plate. Is this a situation, do you think Maple Mountain lays down the bunt just to move the runner over? Or are they going to let Peterson swing?
You know, I would probably lay it down to try and get him in scoring position so you can try and get that insurance run in.
Especially with the top of your lineup coming up. That was kind of my thought on it anyway.
And he does square right there, but he doesn't want to square too early. You don't want to send, you don't want Moore to get off too much because they'll keep him close. They'll want to keep him close right here.
As you see, back-to-back throws over, Sam Moore diving back safely.
See, that's the one thing. Peterson's showing his bunt way too early, and so they know that's what he wants to do.
That one comes high and up over behind Peterson's head for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. The other thing it does is it lets Tyler Cornish know at third, hey, I can play in a little bit more. He wants to bunt.
Yep.
1 ball and no strikes the count here on Dallin Peterson. Coach Gary Miner giving the directions to his offense here. Peterson squares around to bunt. Cornish comes in. The pitch and the bunt laid down right to first base. Rojas is there. He will try to place the tag on Peterson, and they will for the first out of the inning.
But he did get the bunt down. He basically did his job. Advance that runner over to second base. So he's able to put him in scoring position here with 1 out. The number 9 hitter, Cannon Miner, coming to the plate for the Golden Eagles.
Miner with a triple and a run scored to go along with a strikeout. That's a ground ball hit to third. Cornish going to have to make the quick throw, and he won't get him. And moving down to third on the throw is going to be Sam Moore. And Maple Mountain now with runners on the corners. And now the tough part is now you have speed on the base paths, and you're moving back to the top of the lineup.
I think you'll probably see him just hit away right here and try and just let the bat work for you to try and get those runs in. He could even try a double still right here, as I can almost bet that Cannon Miner will be headed to second base. And it looks like they're going to have a quick conference at the mound. Again, we want to thank Spanish Fork 17 for bringing you the coverage of tonight's high school baseball action. As we've had a great afternoon of high school baseball action, and we're covering Maple Mountain baseball today. We also want to thank our sponsors of today's ball game. That's the Car Guys. You can find them at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork. And we also want to thank MVP for sponsoring our MVP player of the game. They're located at 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
We also want to give a very special welcome to our viewers viewing this game throughout the state of Utah on KSL.com and DeseretNews.com. I guess, whether being on the internet, you could be viewing from all over the world, wherever you can get internet access. So wherever you're listening tonight, welcome to Brent Brown Ballpark and Maple Mountain Baseball. As runners are on the corners here with 1 out, Cannon Miner probably likely taking off. He might be even going on this first pitch. And he is. The pitch is low, good block, and no even throw down as Miner will be up there standing. No real sense to throw down there if you're Brooksby. Too many risks that the throw gets into center field or Sam Moore comes in to score. So sometimes it's just better to hold on to that baseball there like Brooksby does there.
Well, that also takes away the double play, but with Timpanogos being down 4, they're pulling their defense in. They're trying to cut off anything and everything they can right here. They don't need to give anything more to Maple Mountain tonight.
That pitch misses away to Hamilton. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Cade Polson in the on-deck circle. The 2-0 pitch, away ball 3. Faked the snap throw, did Brooksby down to third, and Sam Moore scurries and dives head first back to the bag. So the count now moves to 3 balls and no strikes. First base is open, but you don't really want to load the bases for Polson, Hall, and Maffey coming up. Working here is the 3-0 pitch right on the inside corner for a called strike. Sam Moore running there at third base. He's gotten his jersey dirty tonight with that last dive back to the bag. And it's 3 balls and a strike here on Colton Hamilton. Ready to go, the pitch on its way home. Called, strike 2. Hamilton was taking a step out, probably about to toss the bat over to the dugout when the strike call came.
Yeah, he thought that was ball 4 right there. A good spot right there at the knees, just on the inside part of the plate right there. Makes it a 3-2 count right here.
3 balls and 2 strikes the count. The right-hander, Casey Hamilton, ready to go, kicks and delivers. Hamilton swings, and Colton Hamilton lines that one foul out there onto the concrete out around the entrance. And what do? They all slide down the hill as the rain begins to fall down there. Some people spent their time last night coming down in the rain yesterday at times, sliding down that hill. And the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on its way is swung on. That one's lined up the middle. It's going to get into center field for a base hit. 1 run will score. They're going to wave the second run. Minor will actually hold at third base, which is the heads-up base running move to make. Sam Moore scores. It's 6-1 Maple Mountain here in the 6th.
Yeah, if you notice on that defensive play right there, right, just because they were playing up so tight, they would have been playing back in normal defensive position. They probably would have been able to chase that ball down right there, but because they're playing up so tight, it gets right past them, and as a result, the run comes across for the Golden Eagles.
Colton Hamilton able to move 2 down to second base as well, so now Hamilton in scoring position. Maple Mountain really a chance here to break this one open as it's a 0-1 count on Cade Polson. Polson a hit, a walk, and a ground out on the night, and he swings and hits that one foul. Boy, the way that one was coming, I thought that was coming up here, as that one just hits above on the roof behind us. I'm sure Reg, our cameraman, will take a step in front of us and take one for the team. I don't think he heard that, so that might be good. And that one misses for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count now on Polson. 2 runs scored for Cade tonight, 2 of the 6 runs for Maple Mountain. Of course, the key run he scored came in that tying run against Mountain Crest. The pitch on the way, breaking ball swung on. That one's hit out in the right center field. That's going to split and roll to the wall. 1 run will score. Right behind him comes Colton Hamilton.
Be extra bases for Polson. He's going to be in there with a stand-up triple easily. And like you say, the 2 runs come across. That really helps kind of the insurance runs for Maple Mountain.
A double there for Polson. Credit him with 2 RBIs. And I think he might have slid into third base there just for the fun of it.
I think he did, because he could have easily been in there standing up.
And so he's now, Cade Polson's on at third with 1 out for Jaron Hall. And Hall takes that one, bounces in the dirt for a ball, and it's 1-0. Hall on the day, an RBI double back in the first, a walk, and then a strikeout in his last at bat, a rare strikeout for Jaron Hall. He's not going to strike out very often. Casey Hamilton, the right-hander, working from the stretch, and the 0-1 pitch. That one right on the outside for ball 2, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to count. 8-1 Golden Eagles here, bottom of the 6th inning. Timpanogos will have a lot of work to do in the top of the 7th inning. That 2-0 pitch on its way, and Hall swings and hits that one to right field. Lasike started and then just kind of is going to watch that one go foul. Got to credit Rojas, though. He made the run all the way down the line as that one goes foul, and it's 2 balls and a strike on Jaron Hall. So if everything holds put, it will be Spanish Fork Salem Hills at 4:30. We know that one is for sure set at 4:30 tomorrow. The loser of that one will get an elimination game against, right now, it looks to be Maple Mountain, as that one was swung on and fouled away. And that should be good. I mean, we could sit here and try to project how that's going to go. I mean, whether we have a rivalry game, but either way, whoever Maple Mountain plays, it will be a rivalry game.
It's going to be a rivalry game no matter what, because you got three teams within less than 10 miles of each other. Again, all in Region 8.
3 balls and 2 strikes to count. The kick and the delivery coming home. Hall's going to ground that one right back to the pitcher. Polson will have to hold the throw over in time to get Hall for the second out of the 6th inning. And that, I mean, should make it even, I think, more fun. Not just the idea that you're playing your crosstown, or I'm going to throw Salem in there as well and say crosstown rivalry.
Exactly.
But you're going to have that trip to the state championship on the line, and that's going to make it an even probably better game as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it's going to be high emotions, I think, for all three teams, assuming that this holds up for Maple Mountain.
Maffei swings, hits that one out to left field. It's in the ballpark as DJ Martinez comes over, gets under it, and makes the catch. And the 7th inning comes to an end.
Good job, DJ!
But the work needs to happen now for Timpanogos. Maple Mountain adds 3 at the end of 6. It's Maple Mountain 8, Timpanogos 1. The T-Wolves need 7 to tie, 8 to take the lead. We'll see if they're up for the task against the right-hander Dallin Peterson, who will try to shut it out for the Golden Eagles. After the break, you're watching Maple Mountain Baseball on Spanish Fork 17.
My name is Karma Karsten, the owner of Maple Creek Home Health and Hospice. Hospice is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, weekends, holidays. Maple Creek's responsibilities are to keep patients in their homes and managing their symptoms such as pain, fatigue, anxiety, loneliness, allowing their families to have a better relationship with the patient. Take the time to educate yourself about the hospice benefit and what hospice can do for you and your family.
At Curves, we know there's a part of you that's unshakable, another part that's unbelievable, and so many parts that are unstoppable. You've inspired us to add exciting new classes to our one-of-a-kind circuit. From classes that target your core, balance, and flexibility, to Jillian Michaels' total body workouts, the new Curves strengthens every part of every woman. Curves, strengthening women inside and out. Join today for 50% off our enrollment fee. Visit curves.com for details.
So as we come back here to Brent Brown Ballpark again, rain slightly coming down just a little bit. Dallin Peterson stays in the game as we get ready to start the top of the 7th. I do have a couple people down there warming up just in case, but again, Maple Mountain comes up with 3 here in the bottom of the 6th, gives Peterson a good cushion as they lead 8-1 as we go to the top of the 7th. Again, we want to thank Spanish Fork 17 for bringing you the coverage of today's Maple Mountain High School baseball.
So here's we get ready to start the 7th inning. We do want to thank our sponsors here in the 7th inning for helping make this broadcast possible. I want to thank MVP Sports, who sponsor the MVP Sports MVP of the game, which will be named here at the conclusion of this broadcast. And in a sense, Kyle, you have to kind of wonder if Dallin Peterson, the way he's pitched tonight, isn't deserving. I'm sure we'll have that conversation as well, as there's probably a couple of different Golden Eagles you can go with tonight.
Yeah, and we'll talk that right as we get to the conclusion of the ball game right here. But getting off to action, started off with the leadoff hitter, Tanner Evans.
He takes a fastball away for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Dallin Peterson, the right-hander, kicks and comes home. And that pitch swung on by Evans. Line drive. Hall going back. He's going to get under it. He dropped it. Goes off of his glove, and Evans is going to get a board here. So Jaron Hall just got back under it, nonchalantly reaches the glove up, and it just goes off his glove. And that's going to be an error against Jaron Hall.
Routine ground ball right there as it just goes right off the glove, a little too relaxed for Jaron as it goes off the edge of his glove, and so it's going to be another error for the Golden Eagles.
3 in this ball game. They had 4 in the game earlier. 7 combined errors today as the first pitch comes over for a called strike to Braden Millett. Millett in his last at bat in the 5th, a sacrifice fly that brought home the only run for the Timberwolves of the night against Dallin Peterson. The 0-1 pitch coming home. That ball swung on, hit hard into right field. Coming over is going to be Wixom. Going 1-3 is Evans as the throw comes in to Colton Hamilton. And Timpanogos has something going with runners on the corners. The second hit by Millett, that ball was hit hard, and now you have to wonder in a sense if we're not going to see Colin Reed or I believe the other one warming up. I can't see the number on that one there.
My eyesight isn't that good to see clear across that far. But, you know, they've still got 7 runs to play with. They just need to, Peterson just needs to calm down, relax, throw a strike, throw a double play ball right here. Maple Mountain just needs to make sure they knock it down and get it out somewhere.
I mean, really here, if the runner scores from third, it's not a huge deal.
No.
I mean, it hurts in the box score, I guess, if you're Dallin Peterson and Maple Mountain, but the biggest thing is here, if you can get the double play and give them the run, you'll take it.
Exactly.
Casey Hamilton stands in with runners on the corners. Dallin Peterson comes home, first pitch swung on, bounced to short.
Double
Polson,
play.
Hamilton, down to Holmes, a 6-4-3, and the runner kind of stopped running when he got to home plate. Finally does touch home plate. But coming in to score is Tanner Evans, and it's 8-2 Maple Mountain.
You must have seen that one coming. You called that one all the way, Ryan. Routine ground ball to Polson as he's able to make that double play. And 2 outs here in the top of the 7th now.
Halford swings first pitch, grounds it to second. This could be it. Hamilton's throw to first in time, and Maple Mountain advances. The Golden Eagles have a come from behind win over Mountain Crest, and here they come back against Timpanogos and have full control all the way, and they get the 8-2 victory here tonight at Brent Brown Ballpark. We'll take a quick break here on Spanish Fork 17. When we come back, we'll kind of do a quick recap of the game and give the MVP Sports MVP of the game, where Maple Mountain has come out victorious 8-2 over the Timpanogos Timberwolves and move into a game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock to face the loser of Spanish Fork against Salem Hills. You're watching Maple.
Auto, home, commercial, and so much more.
Both my car and my home are covered by American Family, and I love the savings.
I couldn't be happier with the way I've been treated by Tim and American Family Insurance. I'm not just a number, I'm Jack.
Tim Shanto in Spanish Fork has received the Distinguished Agency Award for the past 7 years for his level of customer service.
Let my family help your family. Save money on your insurance needs.
American Family Insurance.
Maple Mountain, the Golden Eagles tonight come out victorious 8-2 over the Timpanogos Timberwolves, and they find a way to get it done. And really, if you would have told me, say, 3:30 this afternoon when Maple Mountain was trailing Mountain Crest, you know, 8-3, if this was going to be the result at the end of the night, I probably would have said, well, it could happen, but it wasn't the likely scenario. But Maple Mountain found a way earlier today against Mountain Crest to get it done, coming from adversity, and this game, completely different story where they're in full control the entire way.
Yeah, they come away victorious 8-2. Again, we were just talking about that earlier, and we talked about that during the break. Dallin Peterson started the first game against Mountain Crest. He only went 2/3 of an inning. They bring him back tonight to try and redeem himself a little bit. Pitched a wonderful ball game. Gave up a couple runs, gave up one in the 7th, but with the cushion and the hitting of the supporting cast that he had behind him, and they're able to get those runs in and get that victory. You know, Dallin Peterson pitched a heck of a ball game tonight, so he's definitely our MVP player of the game. And you know, what a awesome job he did tonight as he's able to just shut down a great Timpanogos team. You know, and they played just wonderful. Again, you know, you look at tomorrow, we've got three rivals coming in that we'll cover tomorrow afternoon, starting with Spanish Fork and Salem at 4:30. The loser's going to get the Eagles at 7:30, and it's going to be a great afternoon for baseball. Again, we want to thank our sponsors here today, and we want to thank Spanish Fork 17 for bringing you the coverage of today's high school baseball. Again, we want to thank our sponsors. That's the Car Guys, 872 North Main in Spanish Fork. And we also want to thank MVP Sports for sponsoring our Player of the Game. They're located at 72 North Main in Spanish Fork, or you can go online at mvpsportsutah.com. Again, we'll cover both those games for you tomorrow afternoon on the air about 4:30 as Spanish Fork's going to take on Salem Hills. The loser will get Maple Mountain in the nightcap tomorrow night. So it's going to be a great fun afternoon for baseball right here on Spanish Fork 17, Ryan. It's going to be fun.
Regardless of what happens in that 4:30 game, whoever gets Maple Mountain in that nightcap, it's not, I mean, either one of those games tomorrow isn't, I don't think, going to be a cakewalk. I think it's going to be close, great baseball, just like we saw in Region 8 throughout all season long. It's going to be an exciting day. There's no doubt about it. I think you summed it up very well as the rain comes down here at Brent Brown Ballpark. Maple Mountain, though, celebrates victoriously tonight. 8-2 the final. The Golden Eagles move on to play tomorrow. They'll live to play one more day here on Spanish Fork 17.
For everyone here at Spanish Fork 17, I'm Kyle Breathwaite with Ryan Pickering, and everyone here at Spanish Fork 17. Thanks for watching. Till tomorrow, everyone.